Alright, guys, how we doing? I think.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is morning.
It is
The
that.
long night. I'm awake. I'm not really awake, so I'm sorry.
She's
Which
trying.
is why I'm late and look a mess.
Yeah, I have to tell you, it was weird. Because we're live. I showed up at the shop at 9:20, and I was the only one here. And I was like,
Always a good start.
that's weird.
Summer break is
Because
awesome.
we usually arrive earlier in the day than that. I mean, if I show up at 9:20 for the day I'm like managing the shop, I'm behind because there's stuff I need to do
before everyone else
before
gets
the
here.
employees and everybody gets here. And then it was like 9:25 and Allie got here and we were still like, Allie's like, this is weird.
Allie,
Okay,
I'd
it's not
say
just
Sue
me.
walked in when I did.
We were
Anyway,
like,
it's a day. It is summertime, which means our schedules are
wackadoo.
whacked. My husband and my daughter are out of town, so it's just me and my boys.
My daughters are out of town and my husband and my other kids are leaving town this afternoon.
Good for you.
I'm going to be alone for 2 days. Not really. I'm working all day those 2 days.
Yeah, but
And that is why my kids are leaving with my
I
husband.
assume that's why he's taking them.
I was like,
That's nice.
okay, it simplifies matters.
It does. I'm at work. My kids are home. Life is good, guys. It's all good. Anyway, halfway through the month, a little bit more than that officially.
About that.
So,
How are we doing on the challenge?
how's your challenge called? I'm going to admit that there's been some confusion with the pattern. It is a good pattern. It works well. You just have to read the instructions that tell you which number to look at.
Right. So the quilt comes in 3 sizes. The pattern is written for the
Middle size,
middle size.
not the smallest.
And so
one.
the first number in parentheses is for the smallest one, and the second number in parentheses is for the biggest
So
one.
if you haven't cut yet, you're looking at the first number in parentheses.
Yes.
For each of these. Also, I will tell you, it cuts in about 30 minutes and
Or
comes together
less.
in less than a day.
Seriously, so I decided when I made mine that, it should be quick. I'm just going to cut it out real quick, and I'll leader render it while I do other things for the next couple weeks.
She finished it
The
that
quilt
day.
was done before dinner,
Yeah.
and I was working on other things as well.
I cut mine out along with a couple other projects after cleaning up my sewing room.
So like
And
Sunday-ish.
Sunday-ish. And Monday afternoon it was done. I brought it in yesterday to pick a Minky for it.
Oh, by the way, I have a piece of batting that's exactly the right size.
Oh, I bought a batting.
Well, that was
Actually, I need
ridiculous.
another one anyway. It was because it was what was left on a bolt. Exactly.
See, what was left on a bolt at my house did
Oh.
this one, but because of the width of it, it does too.
Well, we'll save it because
We'll use it
another
for
one.
something else.
Anyway, sorry. Tangent. The point is, if you haven't started, you have plenty of time.
Oh my goodness,
Because
yes.
This sucker goes together so fast.
So
And
fast.
even if you wanted to make the bigger one, which requires 2 layer cakes,
Still,
it'd go together in
Super
about
fast.
35 minutes.
I mean, guys, when I say I had it done by dinner, I'm not even kidding, and I didn't postpone dinner, and I made half the blocks wrong.
And she had to unpick
So I
half the
had to
blocks and redo
rip it out and do it again.
because she didn't read the pattern.
You really got to flip the page and read the next one. My bad.
Mistake numero uno.
Because
Read.
I do that.
We do the same thing. I thought the same thing. When I first looked at the pattern, I said, well, this doesn't work. And then I had to read it, and then I realized
Then she
it
looked
totally
at
does
page
work.
2 and was like, oh, never
It
mind.
totally does. So, anyway, if you haven't started it, you should. It goes together
Absolutely
super fast.
fast.
And if you have a layer cake sitting in your stash, this is the easy project for it.
Well, and,
All you need is a little bit of an accent fabric.
right. So this one, as a reminder, this one is Liz's accent. She chose a deco stitch and taupe.
That's totally not a part of the collection. Although, considering that you only used 39 of the layer cake squares, I could have chosen one of the cream on creams that I didn't use from the collection. But I decided to go outside the collection so that it was definitely different, but totally blendering.
But it totally fits right in. It works great.
And used a white on white.
Mine, I used a white on white, and that's because my collection was completely colors.
It was all colors.
They were all colors. So I could just grab a white on white, and I thought that really kind of helped with the craziness.
And what a cute little quilt it is.
And then we did this blossom on the back with ginger flowers, and
It's adorable.
it's a very sweet little
Anyway, point is,
quilt. I put binding on it this morning.
you got plenty of time
So much time.
to make this because this is probably the fastest challenge quilt we've ever given you. And I didn't know that when we chose it.
No, I didn't realize how fast it would go together. I was surprised.
It went together crazy
So
stupid
fast.
And that's not just because we're fast. It's
No,
because
it
really
is a fast project.
a fast project.
So it's going to be great. Now, remember, to enter the challenge, you need to have finished your quilt top by the end of the month and posted that. Now, there are a couple things I need to remind you guys with posting. You need to use the right hashtag, which is Limone Cake Challenge. Okay?
Name of the pattern plus challenge, all one word, no spaces.
Right. If you want to know how to spell it, look at your pattern.
Hashtag on the front, meaning
and
pound
the
sign. if
Pound
you're
sign,
old like me.
number sign, whatever you want to call it. And then you need to tag us, and that's your @ sign, @JK Quilt. That can be posted on Facebook, or Instagram. Does not have to be both. So if you are not on Instagram, don't worry. If you're not on Facebook, well, I don't know how you're watching this.
You're not watching this. The point is, but it has to be a post on your page.
On your page, and
Okay.
it needs to be
And if your privacy settings
public.
are set, the post has to be public.
And you can
Your
change your
page
settings
doesn't have to be
for
public,
the
but
one post.
the post does.
You just click on the 3 little dots, and it says, "Who can see this?" You say,
Anybody. Because if your Facebook or your Instagram is so locked down that other people can't see it, then even if you tag me, I can't see
We
it.
can't see it.
We have to make that post public enough for at least someone to be tagged in the post
To see it.
Okay?
And we love you bringing it into the shop to show us. We love that. A show and tell is always encouraged
It's not an official
at the
entry.
quilt shop. That is not an entry.
Also, posting pictures and comments
Yes!
is not an entry. I
Okay.
love you.
We love it. But
And I'd love to see them in there.
please comment, post photos, but remember that every photo you post along the way
On your page
on your page is an entry.
that tags us and uses the hashtag.
Yeah,
Because
so
that's
if
the
you
only way for me to find
if you
them.
post a picture of you ripping out a mistake,
It's an entry. So long as
Entry.
you finish the quilt top.
so long as you finish the quilt top. Every one you do, I love it. There's some people I've been watching where I'm like, I see every step they make.
Which is great, because by the time they're done, they're going to have 10 entries.
Right?
Or so.
Totally ups their chances of winning. And the prize is
Free long arming.
free long arming, or if you already are a long armor,
Or
we'll trade you for a
aren't
gift card.
local. It's a $50 gift card.
So either one, but I just gave back the Swatch Challenge quilt.
Yeah, she picked it up
The-
the other day.
Got long armed, which was adorable. So
It's fun for us.
we love doing that.
And it's fun for us to see what everyone made.
I love it because it's so fun to get to scroll through and see one pattern looks so
If
different.
you haven't noticed, these two fabric lines could not be more different.
No,
I mean, they probably could be slightly, I don't know.
I don't know. It
It's
has
the same
nothing
quilt,
in
but
common.
you end up with a totally different feel.
Completely.
And that's super fun. I've seen it in Christmas gnomes. We've seen this being done in Halloween. We're seeing it done, well, actually, lots of Christmas. I've seen
Lots
quite a
of
few
Christmas, actually.
Because it's that time of year. It is.
Right? It is Christmas quilting time. Actually, like, I'm almost ready to get the Christmas trees down.
Legit. Yeah.
And amp up our Christmas decor around the Christmas fabric. Not in the whole store.
Just around the Christmas time.
Just around the Christmas.
Yep. Anyway, so have fun. Keep going.
Keep
If
going.
you haven't started, it's seriously a quilt in a day project.
And we did not tag. We made it our featured post. So if you
Tried
open
to.
up, it works.
On Instagram, did it work?
I don't know on Insta.
Facebook, it did. I know it's
Facebook, it
pinned
did.
at the top of our Facebook.
So if you can't remember,
we're having Insta issues.
yeah, it's
Still.
having problems still. But we can log in. She can log in.
I can log in.
can't log in.
We got totally hacked, and I thought I totally lost it forever. It was scheduled for deletion If you'd like to know how
very
panic-inducing that is when you spent 5 years building up an Instagram page, which I know nobody cares about, but it's been a lot of work for me for 5 years, and I about
almost lost it with the click of a spam email. So, pay attention to your email.
panic attack, panic attack, panic attack. This one, and I'm usually really, really, really good.
I know. It's like, I'm normally really good about like, oh no, that's a scam. Oh, that's a scam.
I know, my mom forwards me stuff all the time. I'm like, nope, scam, nope, scam, nope, scam. And this one was like, well, it was something I had actually requested. And so I thought, anyway, I was being excited.
Well, it's like when you posted about being hacked and all of a sudden there are 45 responses from strangers saying, contact me. And you're like, oh,
absolutely not.
I'm getting scammed again.
Anyway, all good.
Click on none of them.
So, I'm still working on getting everything back up and running with Insta, but we're pretty good.
Yeah.
But Facebook, it's definitely easy to find on Facebook and set up.
Yep. So if you go to our page, it'll be the first post you see, and that'll have the hashtags and everything there. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, have a great day. Don't melt.
Yeah, seriously.
Or have heat stroke.
Yeah. Drink water.
Drink lots of water. Find some shade. Our air conditioning works. So you can come hang out here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah.
Bye.